Hi, this is Martin Gibbons from People Maps, and I want to explain over the next few minutes in detail the People Maps License Practitioner Program. So grab a pen, take some notes. Some of this you'll find extremely interesting. The first question I have to ask is, are you interested in psychology? Are you interested in what makes people tick and why they do what they do? Certainly this is a passion that I discovered probably over 20 years ago and have been pursuing it ever since, and certainly professionally with People Maps for about 15 years. So keep watching because this is something you'll not want to miss. And I'm not sure how long this video will be available and be up here, but I think you're really going to enjoy what I'm about to show you here. Now, the thing about personality psychology is that it affects pretty much every aspect of our lives. Our own personal development requires a deep understanding of our personal and personality psychology. Everything from our careers to our relationships is affected by our personality psychology. Personality psychology affects business too. Line managers, they really need to understand themselves and therefore their staff if they're to actually realise or even come close to realising anyone's potential. Companies, of course, really need to understand their customers. Everywhere you look is affected by personality psychology, and yet very few people are trained in personality psychology or its application. And we are hoping with you to change that because there's a desperate shortage. You see, most people are just stumbling through, making it up as they go along and getting by. This core skill, this absolute basic need that most people just don't have, and therefore they kind of just fumble by. But People Maps has figured out a better way. It is possible to help people understand self and others. And imagine how different the world would be if more of us had a deeper understanding of our behaviour and that of others. People Maps has been working in this field of personality psychology since back in 2000-2001. Now, due to high demand for people trained in personality psychology, we have launched the People Maps Licensed Practitioner Program. We simply can't do it all on our own, so we've decided to open up our knowledge and make it available to you so that you can take what we have learned over many, many years. We've condensed it into this program so you can take that into your world, into your circles, and go and make a difference. People Maps will train you in personality psychology and its application, and that's the crucial part. It's the application that changes the world. So whether you want to work with businesses or individuals, you will have sufficient training in personality psychology and its application. Now imagine being able to help someone figure out their career path from the ground up, from the very centre of who they are. Or work with someone to understand their relationships with their family, their friends, or even their romantic relationships, and doing it from the centre out. Think of the many people that would benefit if you helped a line manager with their staff management. Some managers have hundreds of people working for them, and if you can help that line manager make a breakthrough, then you can help hundreds of people that they impact on every week. Or maybe you would like to work with team dynamics and actually help turn their average teams into high-performing teams. Maybe you work with teams already. This will give you an extra depth that you maybe haven't had before. So if you would like to become a People Maps licensed practitioner, then please register now. The licensed practitioner program was developed for coaches and consultants originally. However, we are opening it up to individuals. And all we want to do is provide you with this door into coaching, if that's what you feel may be your calling. So what I would ask you to do is just look around you, draw from your own experience, look at the bosses that you have worked for or the ones that you've worked beside, look at your friends and your family and the people in your circles that you come in contact with every week, and you will see that there is a huge need to understand self and others. And if you happen to be a coach or a consultant, then you will find that the People Maps system is a refreshing change from what has previously existed. Let me explain in detail what you get in the course. Let me just lay it out exactly so you know what to expect. The course itself is delivered using dozens and dozens of videos. It's all provided online so you can study at a time that suits you, it's convenient to you. You will be given a membership, online membership area that you can log into that's private to you, where you can make your own notes, and there's even a supported Q&A facility so you can ask questions and myself or Anne or someone from the People Maps team will get back to you. So it's not only a course, but it's a supported course. The first is basically divided into sort of 3 or 4 kind of main areas. And the first area that we'll look at is we introduce you to the 12 laws of personality. And this came about from a book that Anne and I actually ended up writing, and we realised there were some real fundamental issues that actually nobody was quite aware of or grasping or understanding the significance of, and we ended up, and it grew into the 12 laws of personality. That's absolutely fundamental. This is the foundation of everything that we believe at People Maps. The 12 laws of personality can also be used as a consultant or a coach's guide. If I'm working with a client, one of the approaches I will take will be to do the analysis and look at the 12 laws. Wherever there is a problem, whether it's an individual's problem or a business problem, what you usually find is that one or more of the 12 laws is being broken. And the first thing I want to find when I'm looking at this is which law is being broken mostly. And that generally is my starting point for trying to help and move things forward. Now, the 12 Laws of Personality makes a very powerful analysis tool. You won't have seen anything like this anywhere at all. And I say, whether you're working with businesses or managers or just individuals, you'll find it incredibly powerful. We will then look at the laws of relationships. And so much of our world is about relationships. All our happy stuff comes from our relationships. All our pain and our misery comes from our relationships, by and large. So it's such a critical area, and the more we understand how we as individuals relate to the world and how our personality is affecting our relationship with the other personalities in the world, we can make huge breakthroughs. And many of the people that you might be working with suffer terribly in this area and have huge gaps that you can easily fill by helping them understand how their personality psychology is impacting on their everyday relationships. And then we finish off this section looking at the golden rule. And this is an incredible breakthrough that we made at People Maps. And again, I don't think you'll have seen anything like this anywhere. And it's so simple, but it's so powerful. This single thing, the golden rule itself, is life-changing. And I think you will absolutely love it. If you have any interest in psychology and humans and behaviour, you will find this astonishing. We then move deeper into the psychology module itself, and this is where we'll cover, and I'm just very quickly going to go through this, we'll cover the psychology as Carl Jung. We'll talk about Carl Jung and what he brought to the world, because ultimately People Maps is a Jungian-based system. Although we have to remember that Jung, that was from the sort of 1920s, 30s, 40s. And really, People Maps has been developed for an internet age for the 21st century. So there's a lot has changed in the world since then. We then look at the 6 psyche energies. This is absolutely fascinating. I think when you start to see the world like this, it really starts to come together and make more and more sense. On a practical level, we'll look at very closely at the People Maps questionnaire, which is an extremely simple looking but very complex device, and we'll explain exactly what's going on there and how that is operating. And of course, we spend a lot of time looking at the People Maps map. We really want you to become absolutely expert at looking at the map and understanding and be able to interpret what that might mean in the world. And it's a hugely powerful, it looks fun and easy and simple, and that was very deliberate. But remember, People Maps does not use labels. This is a very fundamental principle of the People Maps system, because labels, well, for all sorts of reasons which we won't go into here, but labels essentially can affect the relationship. It's not always a good thing, and therefore we needed a method, an alternative to the labelling system, because people don't like to be pigeonholed either. So we eventually came up a few years ago with the People Maps map, and it has become an extremely powerful tool in its own right. So you will be taken through this. This is the only part in the whole of the People Map system where we actually explain the map in any great detail is in the Licensed Practitioner program. So if it's the map you're fascinated by and you're intrigued by, then you really need to look at the Licensed Practitioner program. It's the only place we talk about it in any depth at all. And then finally, once we move into that, we finally move into the application stage. And this is of great interest to me because this is the part where you take the theory and you move it into practice. This is where good ideas become life-changing experiences. And we'll look at applications for management, recruitment, we get into that in some detail, personal development, entrepreneurship, career development. These are all big areas, and we'll look at, there's different videos, different training on each of these, and you might work in one or all or some of these areas, but you'll find all of them quite interesting, I'm pretty sure, even if it's not you. Even if you don't work with career development, you will still find that quite fascinating when you start to see how personality is affecting some of our very most basic decisions that we make in our lives. We then look at working with teenagers, and some of you might specialise in that area, and we've done some really groundbreaking work in teen development. And of course we look at team dynamics, what is a lot of people working together, what's going on there, and of course team development. And if you're a coach or a consultant, this might be the area that you're particularly excited by, and we've got a lot to offer and share with you here, which you can add to your own experience and expertise to create something even more special. So if you would like to master all of this and use it in your own world, then hit that button below and let's get started today. Now, as you know, you probably know People Maps, so we've been pioneering online personality profiling since 2000, and we have issued over 1.4 million assessments. There are thousands of companies have accounts with People Maps. We've been doing this a long time. We do extremely well, and we're really now delighted to expand and open it up to include you and help you benefit from what we understand in the world, so you can take that into the world. Now, this Licensed Practitioner course was written by Anne Ellis, who specialises in Jungian psychology. She has done for many, many years, and she even held a teaching fellowship at the University of Westminster. So this is top drawer. You're getting this from the very best of the best. And I would say that it is cutting edge personality profiling psychology designed for the 21st century. We've come a long way, and People Maps, as I say, started pioneering this online and really making some breakthroughs on how we can capture this fantastic understanding of things and apply it in the real world. And we're so confident that you will love this course. If anything I've said at all is intriguing to you, but we're really confident you'll love this course, that we actually offer a money-back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you start it, you try it, and you think, nah, this isn't for me, that's fine. You just ask for your money back. We wouldn't want to work with anyone that didn't feel 100% committed to wanting to work with us. In short, this is a risk-free purchase. It's not even very expensive, but we don't want you to feel that there's any risk here whatsoever. Simply just drop me a line, fire me an email, it's not a problem. We'll just refund your money. Now, you know from your own experience that there is a desperate need for trained personality psychology specialists. Companies need help, managers need help, individuals need help. In fact, I think it's pretty obvious if you look around you and just look at your own world, and you will see that everyone would benefit from what you will learn on this training course. So again, I urge you to hit that button below and let's start helping people. This present offer may not last forever, so make the most of it while it's still a bargain. We do have to close the doors on intake from time to time, as this is a fully supported course, and we can only effectively support so many people at any one time. So if that button is there just now, then please take advantage of it, because I can't promise that it's always going to be there. Hit the button below, let's get started. There's a lot of people out there needing your help. Thanks for watching. I'm Martin Gibbons. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.